What's the difference between a permanent rate buy down and a temporary rate buy down? So basically a permanent rate buy down is you paying points up front, money's gone, getting a lower interest rate, right? So paying money. So the thing with that is it's not like an exact amount for every eighth, quarter of a percent of rate. It can vary. It can be a big jump from one rate to the next, so and usually that difference in payment isn't as much as you think. The temporary rate buy downs, on the other hand, that's where it can, like a 2-1 buy down, 2% lower first year, 1% lower the second year, then goes to the actual full rate. In reality, it's always the full rate. The temporary rate buy down is basically prepaid interest to give you those payments as if it was 2% lower, then 1% lower, and then the full rate. And it's a subsidy, essentially. It's paid up front, typically by the seller. You ask for that in your offer to have concessions. You can use it towards that. And the bank just pulls money as needed from that account to give you those lower payments like it was a 2% lower rate or 1% lower rate. What's nice about that is if you're, let's say, a year in, rates drop and you want to refinance, you're still going to have money in that escrow, your subsidy account, like taxes and insurance, and that can reduce your payoff. So the money's not completely gone. You're using it every month to offset the payment. That's a great way to get a much lower rate, help with affordability while you're hoping to see rates come down, or maybe you won't be at the home a long time, things like that. There's really good things to do with it, but that cost is substantially lower than you can't even get a 2% lower rate. Like, it would cost you an astronomical amount of money. Even a 1% lower rate can be extremely high. So the temporary rate buy downs are great. You can do a 3-year, which is hard to do, not usually way too much money, but a 2-1 buy down or a 1-year buy down. So it's 1% lower for the first year. Very minimal amount of money, helps out a ton. Great way to get that payment more affordable while you wait to refinance or get to the next house. Any questions on that stuff and how it works, let me know. We also have a really cool rate buy down calculator on our website at the top in green. You can go in and put a loan amount, your end rate, and what amount of buy down you want to do for how long the temporary rate buy down, and you can do all that stuff and see how much it costs. But always here with any questions on that. Have a good Friday.